What's up, guys? This is Saul again with another episode of the Macan project. So for those who are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It helps us boost the rating, and that way more Macan owners can find information and bring up the rating of the channel. So we want to be able to share all this information with everybody that owns the Macan and shares the passion for these cars. But in today's episode, we're gonna go over something that I've noticed is pretty common in most Macans, and not just Macans, but most Porsches that have the PCM 3.1 and the 4.1 in their vehicles. They're very similar, and they all seem to share something in common. They all have the same operating system or the same software, the 3.1 or the 4.1. They all use the hard drive system, and they all seem to have the same issue at one point or another. If you look through the forums, I've seen a lot of people have issues to where they have to take it to the dealer and get it replaced. Yes, replace the entire stereo unit. And I've seen comments from people throughout all the Macan forums on the web where they've gotten it replaced not once, not twice, but multiple times, and it didn't fix the issue. So after a lot of research, I think I've narrowed it down to what the problem is. Essentially, this unit is sitting right here behind the firewall, and so is the hard drive. If you know a little bit about computers, you do know that heat is the worst enemy for computers, especially hard drives. So what happens when a hard drive overheats? Exactly, it shuts itself down, or it gets damaged, and eventually a lot of the hard drives also become corrupted. So it dawned on me, because whenever I was looking at my stereo and it started resetting, I noticed that there used to be a sound, or they would make a sound that resembled a hard drive, just like when you turn off an Apple TV abruptly, or when you turn off your computer or a laptop or a Mac, and you hear the hard drive just shut down. So it dawned on me, two things are happening. Either the hard drive is corrupt, or a file in the hard drive is corrupt. So it's one of those two. So I've narrowed down a few steps to help you troubleshoot this issue that is pretty common on all Porsches from this generation. And hopefully it helps you reset your computer or your PCM to be able to get it to stop rebooting in a never-ending loop every few minutes. And if you're anything like me, it drove me crazy. So here we go. These are the steps that you're going to need to take, that I've taken to be able to fix my PCM. Luckily for me, my hard drive was not defective. It actually was just a file in the device and in the PCM. So I was able to get a reset, and guess what? It got fixed. I didn't have to take it to the dealer. I didn't have to get it replaced. More importantly, since my warranty is over, I didn't have to spend, thousands of dollars to be able to get another one, which I've seen a lot of Macan owners on the web spend and shell that kind of money on a new PCM, which is mind-boggling to me. So here it is.
Hermano Miguel Ángel Pamplona, le mandamos saludos.
As you can see, my hard drive got reset completely to where there's no presets, there's nothing on the phone, there's no directory, there's no Bluetooth settings, nothing. Everything has been preset down to default. So that's what you want to be able to do. Essentially what it is in my situation is probably because of the location of the hard drive, the files internally might have gotten corrupted. And mind you, I don't use my hard drive to store music, but it does store information, whether it's your PCM settings, your preset station settings, your information like your Bluetooth connectivity, your contacts and your messages, and whatever other information that you would customize within your PCM gets stored in that hard drive. So with the heat, I can only assume that will cause the hard drive or the files or the clusters in the hard drive to get corrupted. So just by natural troubleshooting steps, I was able to figure this out. So I'm sharing this with you. Hopefully this will save you thousands of dollars and you don't have to take it to the dealer or you don't have to replace it. However, I did find that in a worst case scenario, your hard drive could become broken or damaged. At that point, you don't need to replace the entire PCM. You just have to replace the hard drive. I'm going to post a link at the bottom of the actual drive that you can use, and you can pick one up at Walmart or Best Buy or even on Amazon for about 20 to 30 bucks. So it's not that expensive. You can take your head unit apart. I could probably post a link to another YouTube video of someone that has taken the device apart and then show you where the hard drive is. And essentially the idea here is that you could just replace the hard drive in order to fix your issue. Be mindful that there is data in your hard drive that will allow your PCM to boot up. So what you're going to have to do is wipe it completely clean the way I did. Make sure that everything is back to default. And after that, take the hard drive and use some sort of cloning software to be able to copy the contents of one drive into another. So if you're going to need somebody's help that's a little bit more techy or computer savvy, or you could take it to any computer place and give them both hard drives and they'll be able to clone it for you if you don't feel like you're too tech savvy to be able to do that. If nothing else, I'm going to post a link at the bottom of a software that I could use or that I would use to do this task. And if you don't feel comfortable, make sure you give it to a computer person that can do that for you. The idea is that you want to clone the contents that will allow the PCM to boot up from one hard drive to the other. That way when you install it, it will replace that PCM and it will make an identical copy. But the hard drive on the new one, it's not damaged. So ideally that will solve your issue if your hard drive is damaged. But in my situation, I was able to just reset and delete all the contents. Something in the contents were damaged because of the heat. So luckily for me, I didn't have to go to the next extra step, but now you know that could fix your issue. Now, I'm not saying that this is 100% guaranteed that it's going to fix all the issues, but after doing extensive research for the past 3 nights and reading lots of other forum posts and then talking to other users that are experiencing the same issue, and then looking at other websites from other cars that have had similar issues with hard drives, it just dawned on me that this was the issue. It's just there isn't enough users that in the Macan community just yet to be able to figure this out. So hopefully this shed some light, and if you like the content of this, please subscribe. I like to do a lot of research when it comes to these cars, and as I become the owner of this car, I become fond of it, and I like to do research like this to be able to help people fix simple things that otherwise you would have to take it to the dealer and spend thousands of dollars. So if I was able to save you some money, please give me a subscription, a thumbs up, leave a comment, or do all of the above. It helps the algorithm and YouTube, so you can help other Macan users with this issue as well. Thank you.